Today we can start the BCom 5th semester classes. The BCom 6th semester classes having the syllabus of 5 units. First is the integration, relational database management system, structured query language, functional e-business and electronic payment system. In this first chapter, the integration, let us start with the integration chapter. Integration means it's a data integration or data automation. It can be also called as data automation. It's also about the data. Reliable data at the time in the format you needed make all the differences in serving your customers, meeting deadlines, communication with suppliers, making the right decisions and generating the profit. Here the data integration means data is the process of combining heterogeneous data sources into a single queryable schema is called data integration. The data integration is also can be defined as it's a combination of technical and business processes used to combine the data from disparate sources into a meaningful and valuable information. A complete data integration solution encompasses discovery, monitoring, transforming and delivery of data from a variety of sources. Why data integration is required? Often a large companies and enterprises maintain a separate departmental databases to store the data pertaining to a specific departments. Although such separation of data provides them better manageability and security, performing any cross-departmental analysis on this database becomes impossible. If, for example, if we have the marketing department and also the sales department, here there are maintaining different database sources to get the analyze the effect of certain advertising campaigns by the marketing department on sales of products. Similarly, in the HR department and the production department maintain their individual databases, it might not be possible to analyze the correlation between yearly incentives and employees' productivity. Data integration, it provides a mechanism to integrate these data from different departments into a single queryable schema. We can have the data from different departments in the single application. Below, by this we have some analysis. We have some data integration is required for cross-functional analysis. Means we have to discuss in the example as a cross-functional analysis. Finding correlation means statistical intelligence, or it may be scientific applications, and it may be a sharing informations means legal or regulatory requirements, sharing the customers' credit information among banks, and next maintaining single point of truth and merging of business, all are some of the analysis used for the data integration. Here in the data integration we have two types of data approaches. In the data integration, there are mainly two major approaches of data integration. Commonly they are called as tight coupling approach and the loose coupling approach. Tight coupling, it can also be called as data warehousing. Tight coupling approach is also called as data warehousing. In this case, the tight coupling approach, which is often implemented through data warehousing, data is pulled over from disparate sources into a single physical location through the process of ETL means extraction, transformation and loading. These single physical location provides an uniform interface for querying the data. ETL layers helps to maintain the data from source so as to provide a semantically uniform data warehouse. This approach is called tight coupling approach, since in this approach the data is tight coupled with the physical repository at the time of querying. We have some of the advantages of tight coupling approach. First one is with the data can be independence, means lesser dependency on source system. Since data is physically copied over, we can copy it from one application to another application, and we have faster querying process, complex querying process, and advanced data summarization and storage possible. High volume of data can be processed in tight coupling approach. And again we have some of the disadvantages. Those are latency and costlier. It is data needed to be loaded using the ETL, means extraction, transformation and loading system must be used for this tight coupling approach. And it is also much costlier for the data localization, or it may be for the infrastructure or for the security purpose. It is more costlier. Next is the loose coupling approach. It is also called as virtual mediated schema. Loose coupling approach is also called as virtual mediated schema. In this contrast to tight coupling approach, a virtual mediated schema provides interface that takes the query input from the user, transform the query into the source database can be understand, and then send to the query directly to the source database to obtain the result. Here in this approach, the data does not really remains in the schema and only remains in the actual source databases. However, that mediated schema contains several adapters or wrappers that can connect back to the sources. In this term, in order to bring the data to the front end, this approach is often implemented through middleware architecture. This approach in the virtual mediated schema, by considering some examples, we have some database stores whether data of any country of past 50 years, weather data, or another database contains a crop production data of a country for each year. A user might want to a query having some questions. By using this divided into a 3 different questions, that is, what is the average of rainfall, or what are the years where recorded rainfall were higher than the average, or out of all the years obtained from the above query, which year has least crop production. These are the some of the queries can be formed by the loose coupling approach. This we have some of the advantages, that is data freshness. Here in the loose coupling approach, the fresh data can be available by updated datas. Almost in real time data can be available. Next, higher agility. When a new source system comes or existing source system changes, only the corresponding adapter is created on changed. Next is, it is less costlier compared to the tight coupling approach. Loose coupling approach is less costlier. Low cost of infrastructure cost can be saved in the data localization and also the required information. And next we have some of the disadvantages like semantic conflicts, slower query responses, higher order dependency to the data source. Semantic conflict means we have some meanings of measures. Net profit can be different in different systems. Slower query response due to the network problem or any bandwidth issues, non-localization of the data, or workload on the source system, the query process can be slow. And next, higher order dependency to the data sources. These are the some of the disadvantages of the loose coupling approach.